Now, City Power says it had to pull its technicians out of Jeppestown in Johannesburg. This followed after 4 of them were assaulted and robbed of personal belongings while attending to an electrical fault there. Residents have been without power after persistent rains wreaked havoc and damaged some of City Power's infrastructure. Flash floods battered parts of Soweto, Roodepoort and Florida, leaving a trail of destruction. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is on the ground and joins us now live from a location, the latest location he's at, as he's been moving up and about in different parts of the city. Good afternoon, Manqoba. Exactly where are you this afternoon and this hour? And what's the latest you can tell us about the impact of the recent flooding? And we see there's still rain on the way.
Well, certainly, Prajan, we are in Kliptown now, which is one of the areas here in Soweto that was battered by the floods over the weekend. Of course, you'll recall, Prajan, that emergency services were here in Kliptown rescuing some of the occupants, some of the homeowners here whose houses had been submerged in water, Prajan. And where I'm standing now, Prajan, is what used to be a house, the Ndlovu house, Eunice Ndlovu's house. Of course, it has been swept away, Prajan. As you can see, this is all that remains here, and many of the residents here are counting their losses. They've lost everything in their homes, and some of them, their homes, Prajan, have been swept away. But I can tell you, Prajan, that there's huge, damage here in this particular area, and Soweto as a whole. There are quite a number of suburbs that have been affected in Soweto, including Mufulo, including Protea North. That's where we saw the officials from government also visiting today to assess the situation. The Minister of Human Settlements, Mamuloko Kubai, was here. The MEC of Human Settlements, rather, Prajan, in the province, Lebogang Mayile, was also here with their city counterparts, Bulungisi Mabaso, just to assess the situation and to see how many people have been displaced. What we know so far, Prajan, is that there have been dozens that have been displaced. The number has not been tallied yet. They're still working on those particular logistics, but many people have been displaced and they are living in community halls here in Soweto. But I'm going to bring in Eunice just to speak about the damage that was caused here in our house. Eunice, thank you for your time. Asiqalela mama, ngiyabona ukuthi indlu ayisekho nje Mhlobo.
Yebo ayisekho, ngisena next ngiYeunice Manhlezi nje. Anginalutho ngingasizwa KYP ukudla into zoqoqa impahla.
Bewukhona ngesikhathi kwenzeka ngena amanzi la benjani bengakanana amanzi into kwenzeke nobonile nje
bemaningi kakhulu asuka ngabaleka nengane zami ngabo ngakhusela lephezulu.
So amanzi abefika phi abefika njengoba uthi bekushubile impela nje la
ekapula ephezulu
indle yakho ibingaphansi kwamanzi
ngaphansi besithele phakathi kwamanzi
nakwazi kodwa ukuphuma
bese siphumile mawa nje lomkhukhu thina sesiphumile.
Ulahlekelwe yini?
Amapasi nempahla zabantwana nezami nje.
Awunalutho nje.
Nefenisha nje nginqunu.
Ulala pho manje ba?
Ngihamba ngikhusela. Ngike ngalele KYP. Manje ngiyabona ukuthi hayi akungcono ngihambe ngikhusela.
Bathi njani isimo la into eyenzeka kanjalo le Mam Eunice makunemvula noma mhlambe into nje eyenzeke ngoba yenzeka kuloko?
Cha. Ayiqali. So sibili yenzeka.
Nifuna nina mama manje? Niyafuna mhlawumbe ukuthi nisuswe kule ndawo?
Yebo siyafuna. Ngathi singathola indawo ekahle. Ngathi ayikho mnandi.
All right, Mam Eunice. So let me speak to another neighbor, Prajan, just to get a sense. Of course, the big worry right now, Prajan, is the fact that it's raining. And so many people are worried because of the rain. Mama, nikhathazekile ngemvula njengoba niyibona nje?
Sikhathazekile ngemvula ngoba ayiqali ukwenzeka lebe worse than ever since sahlala la lebe worse ngoba sithena siphaphama sivuke ngo2 o'clock amanzi sekagcwele endlini nasisavusa abanye awusakhona ukungena endlini amanzi agcwele kunabantwana nangumntwana ngempepile bengingazi ukuthi ngizobalekelapi nasiphuma sibheka amanzi sibona amanzi asimangaza kakhulu umkhukhu waneighbor yami uMam Eunice bongasabonakali kodwa na uphuka siyawuzwa ukuthi uyaphuka lo mkhukhu ngathi uphulwa umuntu ngendlela amanzi beka namandla ngakho
Nenazama mhlambe mawukuthi nikhulumele indaba othi nifuna ukususwa la.
Sidala sikhuluma iminyaka neminyaka sifuna ukususwa basitshela ukuthi sathi asifuna ukususwa amanga lawa zange sike sisho sithi asifuna ukususwa akekho umuntu ongafuna ukumoshakalelwa ahlale endaweni enje siyafuna ukususwa and then umuntu oye wasinceda kakhulu wasiphakamela iKYP center yethu la kungena khona abantwana bethu khona nababuye esikoleni uye wasinceda lo mfana mncane mara siyambonga nasazi nokuthi singambonga ngani ngoba umuntu oqala ekseni amanzi nakangena uye wasithatha wasise center yakhe wasipha ukudla sadla salala khona wasipha ingubo uye umuntu osikhusela ukundlula wonke umuntu yebo sinayo government kodwa lo mntwana usincede kakhulu singabomama nje sinabantwana besingazi nokuthi sizolalaphi.
So manje njoba lini izulu mhlambe nicabanga nizofana iphume endlini zenu noma kuzokwenzakalani?
Asilale ebusuku nayikalina sivuka sihlale ngeyibunu sifonelane sitshelane ukuthi vukani imvuliyana ngoba siyasaba ukuthi izosibulalela ngaphakathi.
Nifuna ukuthini nakhulumeni?
Sifuna ukuthi basuse kule ndawo. Dala bathi bayasusa bangasusi basusa ama-foreigner danthina abantu bokuhamba bayasuswa banikezwe indawo thina soloko siyasala wonke umuntu wangaphandle obuye emazweni angaphandle uyayithola uthando la eSouth Africa thina asiliphiwa lelo thando eliphiwa abantu siyahlupheka eKliptown kakhulu abanye baluze over ngingcono ngathi mina ngingcono kodwa abomakhelwane bami baluzile kakhulu izinto zami benomfula kubhlungu lokho bhuti.
Thank you very much, Ma, for speaking to our pretend. You can hear the lady here quite emotional saying that, they are really worried that, it's raining today. They don't know what to do. They fear sleeping in their houses. And she says that they've been trying, to get government to move them from this area. She says that, some of the things that are being said that they don't want to be moved from here are not true at all. They want to be moved from this area because this is not the first time that this is happening in their houses. They've lost everything. They've lost their belongings. She says that, they are grateful to one young man who always comes to their rescue, who took them to a community hall here in the area, who helped them, and they feel that government is simply turning a blind eye to their situation. They are not being heard as far as being moved is concerned. Angilethe nawe siswami just usichazela ukuthi inaffecte kanjani nale mvula.
Yes, affecte kabuhlungu kabi ngoba most lana sinabantwana ezindlini zethu sinabantwana and futhi mangena amanzi awusazi ukuthi ugrabha muphi umntwana uphuma nobani uyekela nginomntwana ona 2 months bengazi ukuthi laba bayi3 bayenza omunye futhi ona 6 years and lamanzi lawa maweza angena kabuhlungu ngoba nawe akuphushela ngaphandle mangabe umnyango uvuliwe mangabe umnyango wakho wiki uyawo umnyango and akhipha yonke into uluza yonke into kwa ID birth certificate kumele ukuthi uqalele phansi. Singajabula if singathola i-reblocking lokukhulunywa ngayo and futhi i-reblocking ahambe ngama-favor maku-reblocka wonke umuntu osemanzini akekho umuntu odeserve ukuhlala emanzini and then enye into yalana eKliptown ukuthi maku-reblocka bathi sizobuya kini amanzi angena over and over lapho sebabona khona ukuthi manje like njengamanje umkhukhu wala kabomngane wami uwile amanzi khane manje ba-act because of umkhukhu uwile and umuntu oncede abantu osincedile thina besilele lapha because of enye into masingenelwa amanzi negebengu nazo bathathe advantage bayenzani bayajabula bazogcekeza abanye abantu abakhona ngokulala ku-community hall or kusakuseni kuya abantu abafiwe sesishiya abanye abantu ukuthi basikhathele ngoba bayasitshontshela.
All right, so no, thank you. But then the lady saying that, it's devastating every time that they have a flood. They have to leave their houses. She says that they have young children that they're taking care of. So they worry about children. They have to take and try and grab whatever is in the houses when the flood starts. But she says the biggest concern, but then, is the fact that, there are also criminals that are taking advantage of the situation that will come and, steal some of their belongings. So that's the reason why many of them have opted to come back here. They're saying that they do not want their belongings to be stolen. She says that they are pleading to be moved from this area. It's a call that they've been making to government, but of course course, that call, they say, has not been listened to so far. So there's certainly a lot of fear, Pradan, as the rains persist. And these community members are saying that they hope that there will be some sort of intervention. We know that the team, or the three spheres of government that were here earlier on, Pradan, they had promised that they're going to intervene in this particular issue, and that they will be reactivating some of their teams. There also will be a joint operation that is going to be formed by them to try and deal with this particular issue.
Thank you very much, Manqoba Mchunu. They're on the ground in Kliptown speaking to two of the residents who've been badly affected by the recent flash floods we saw there along the Klip River in Kliptown.